The most captivating place I've ever visited, the Rock of Gibraltar. Nestled at the southern tip of Spain, yet unmistakably British in character, the Rock of Gibraltar is perhaps the most fascinating place I've ever explored. It's not just a single destination, but a layered historical, geographical, and cultural puzzle. Where is it? Gibraltar is a British overseas territory, a small peninsula jutting into the Mediterranean. It's dominated by the colossal limestone rock itself, which stands guard over the narrow strait separating Europe from Africa. On a clear day, you can literally see two continents and two seas, the Mediterranean and the Atlantic, from its summit.
Its intrigue comes from a remarkable collision of elements. Firstly, it's a geographical marvel. The rock is not solid all the way through. It's honeycombed with over 30 miles of tunnels, excavated over centuries for defense. More famously, it's home to the Barbary macaques, the only wild primates in Europe. Legend says if the monkeys ever leave, so will the British. They are mischievous and utterly fearless, completely at home in this unique environment. Secondly, it's a historical crossroads. The rock has been held by Moors, Spaniards, and finally the British since 1713. Walking through its streets, you pass ancient Moorish castles, traditional British red phone boxes, and hear a mix of English, Spanish, and the local Llanito dialect. You can visit the Great Siege tunnels from the 18th century and then have a very proper British afternoon tea, all within a short stroll.
Finally, it presents a living geopolitical reality. The airport runway intersects the main road. Cars must wait for planes to land. The border with Spain is a tangible reminder of ongoing diplomatic discussions about sovereignty. It's a place where you physically feel at the edge of one world, looking onto another. Gibraltar teaches you that a place is more than its postcard views. It's about the stories in its stone, the creatures that claim it, and the quiet, ongoing dance of history and identity. It's a tiny piece of Britain where the Mediterranean sun shines and where every corner holds a tale from a different century.
I have many fond memories of my time studying in Bath, and I try to return as often as I can. It's a beautiful city in the southwest of England on the River Avon, with an intriguing history. Its Roman baths, elegant architecture, and bustling streets make it a perfect spot for visitors. The Romans were the first to make use of the only hot springs in Great Britain that come bubbling up from the interior of the earth. People came from far and wide to bathe in the healing waters. I love walking around the ancient baths and visiting the fascinating museum. Bath is also notable for its remarkable examples of 18th century architecture. Take a stroll around the city and undoubtedly you will uncover some jewels, including the Royal Crescent, a street of exceptional Georgian architecture and one of the landmarks of England. After a long walk, the only thing to do is to stop for a cup of tea and a pasty. Traditionally, pasties are pastry filled with meat or cheese, but nowadays you can find a wide variety of fillings. Chicken tikka is my favorite. The city center is usually packed with shoppers enjoying the shopping centers and the traditional farmers' markets. There are also plenty of bars and clubs for visitors interested in a night on the town. Bath is definitely a fascinating city. From the ancient to the modern, there's always something to discover. I only wish I could visit more often.
Where is Bath? What makes it a perfect spot for visitors? Why did people go to the hot springs? What is the Royal Crescent? What is a pasty? Where can people shop in Bath?
B. The text above is an article. In which paragraph does the writer A.
Make a general statement summing up his/her opinion. B. Explain his/her connection with the city. C. Describe what you can see in the city. D. Explain what you can do in the city.
C. The writer has used language that makes the article vivid and interesting for the reader. Find descriptive language in the article that corresponds to the meanings below. Very interesting, para 1. Busy, para 1. Great distances, para 2. A leisurely walk, para 2. Crowded, para 3. An evening out, para 3.
Outline. When writing an article describing a place, follow the outline below. Title. Think of an interesting title. Introduction. Give general information about the place you are going to describe. Refer to what makes the place interesting or why you are going to write about it. Main part. 2 to 3 paragraphs. Describe the place, the sights, and the things to do. Give your impression and/or describe your feelings. Conclusion. Sum up your opinion by making a general comment or expressing your feelings. How to write an article describing a place. 3. Main part. 2 to 3 paragraphs. Describe the place, its sights, available activities, and your personal impressions. 1. Title. Begin by thinking of an interesting and engaging title for your article. 2. Introduction. Provide general information and explain what makes the place interesting or noteworthy. 4. Conclusion. Summarize your opinion with a general comment or by expressing your feelings.
Writing task. Read the rubric below and write the article, 120 to 180 words. You have seen this announcement in an international travel magazine. My hometown. Tell us about the place where you grew up or live now. Say what would attract travelers to it and describe how you feel about it. The most interesting articles will be published in the next issue. When writing an article, you want to catch the reader's attention and interest them. You should use a catchy title. Think about the purpose of the article and who will read it in order to write in an appropriate style, formal or informal. Organize the article in paragraphs which expand on, describe, or give examples of the topic. Use lively, colorful language, e.g., a variety of words, phrases, and expressions, direct and indirect questions. Comment on the topic or give your opinion.